Hello and welcome to Furryearsworld, where we are back in Stone Block 3 land, and I've got all my motors up and running and ready to roll. I think I've made a decision. I think we're going to have 2 energy cubes. I think we're going to have those 4 feeding 1 energy cube and those 4 feeding another energy cube. That way we can kind of have power for us and power for the automation system. I think the ME system is going to be fine on the power it's currently got. It's not really putting a lot of load on that. If it does kind of struggle, we'll be further down the line and we'll be in a position where we can just modify. I think we can always run a secondary energy acceptor into the ME system. I think that's a thing we can do. We'll probably need to get the ME system some of its own native storage. I think that's a thing we may have to do. We need to make some pipes, which are these item pipes. I don't know how many of them. What is it? Pipes. Okay. At PIP these. There are upgrades for these. I don't know what they do. But we can find out. It just requires droppers. Okay, we're gonna need. This is where we need the cobblestone attached to the ME system. Really is where we need the cobblestone attached to the ME system, because it would make life simpler in terms of making all of the nonsense we need to make. So if we go like that, we go droppers. Make me droppers. You can make me droppers. How many can you make me? 20 droppers. That's good. And then pipes. You can make me quite a few pipes. Good. Good. That's all the droppers gone now. All the droppers have gone from the system. And we've got a lot of pipes. We need a special tool for the pipes. The crescent hammer won't do it. We need the pipe wrench from pipes. Funnily enough, from the mod that we're using, we need the pipe wrench. We also need to think about the energy cube from mechanisms. Because they've got tiers of energy cube. We've got this basic energy cube, which is this nonsense, which pretty straightforward, I think. We just need infused alloys, which we are making. We might make some more, because I think we kind of retro converted them into something else. So if I grab a load of that, 2 stacks will probably do it, and a load of that, 2 stacks will probably do it. In fact, 1 stack will do it, because we can't run more than 1 stack at once, but at least it's in our inventory waiting for us, which is the key thing. And I think it's in this one. We've got 37 of them. Nice, that's not bad. We can set that to do some more, chuck that in there, top that up with that. No, that doesn't go in there. There we go. That's doing its due. What would we do for the next tier of energy cube? So that's 1 tier of energy cube with the steel casing. We used all the steel up. We did use all the steel up. I think we were putting coal and iron in there to make steel. I think that it's a time-consuming, hideous way of working, but I think it's what we were doing. Grab some more coal, because we've got coal for days. We have actually got coal for days. Our system has grown organically, and that's why it's an absolute gargantuan chuffing mess in here. More ideally, this would run quicker than it does. And then I think if we stick them in with that again, we get steel dust, or something like steel dust. And then we win. So let's start with the basic tier energy cube, which I think we can probably make when we can find it. Always a problem. Where are you, energy cube? We were looking at you a second ago. It's the making of these that's the problem, isn't it? The steel casing, the initial steel casing, only needs 4 steel and an osmium. And then we never need another steel. Oh, we're making 2 of them, so we do need 2 steel casings. Making these is going to be hard work. Okay, we can probably simplify it in here. If we put those in there, and we say we want to make, initially, what gold have we got? 1, 2, do they stack? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. High ambition. High ambition. Then we go, and we've got no steel left in there, have we? We used it all. Okay. So we need that steel casing. We need an osmium ingot as well. Steel casing. Let's see what we can do back here. We only need 8 steel. And we've got 13 of those. So if we take those out, put those in, we can go back doing that more in a minute. That's the thing we can do. Yeah, that makes steel grit. Then we just cook that off. We just need 8 of that cooking off. And then we've got enough to make the steel casings that we need. Progress. Progress, I think you'll find. How many of those have we got now? Let me just quickly... Did we take them all? We did. Okay, they can go in there. Oh, I'm just running around in circles. I'm just running around the pool. Look, 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 look. I'm just running around the pool in circles. It's crazy, crazy. Just so much to do. And you know, I've got to be everywhere at once. For halfway there. We'll take those. I don't think we need them, but we'll take them. We'll stick them in the ME system. For now. At some point in future, we will need to automate that process, which is going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. How are you looking now? Okay. I'm a little concerned. I'm not a lot concerned, but I'm a little concerned. So we just need that steel. That's our limiting factor right now. All that steel, what needs to be mine. There we go, there's our 8. Perfect. We go cook that off, we'll get steel. You are working on nothing. Where is that guy? He's behind the door. He's just there. They like being behind that door. That's why that bloody door's there. Because I'm sick of them boys just bouncing at me, you know, coming bouncing down here and all over the crops, and it's not good times. It's not good times. It's bad times. So that will get us the energy cube. We're gonna need chicken roosts. What is the ultimate? No, we're not going that high. We might go as high as the elite, because we can go as high as the elite, but it'll need 2 more of them, or 4 more of them, because we've made some, but we haven't made enough. CHICKEN. We need the roosts. Let's try at chickens, because sure. These are what we're after. Breeder roost is just all that nonsense. We can do that relatively easily. We only need 4ium. 8ium? 8ium. We don't need to go too ham on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. 8 roosts. Which are going to help. Probably need hoppers as well on that, but we'll deal with that in a bit. At least we've got the roosts for the chickens. Steps. Baby steps. Steps for a baby. To help the baby get higher in life. Because, you know, everyone needs a high baby. That's probably not right. Moving on. Change that to app mechanisms. And we are looking for this. This. We need 2 osmium ingots. I think we've got 2 osmium ingots. I may be talking out of my arse. We have 64 osmium ingots. Fair dues. Fair dues. We got what we need. Let's try that again then. We want to make energy cube. Fusion reactor ports. I'm not worried about that. I don't think we're at the fusion reactor stage. Although we can, and I did notice this, make a uranium chicken. 1, 2. Right, we've got 2 of them. Good, 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 good. And then we want 1, 2 of them. It's weird the way they stack, but then they don't stack at the same time. That freaks me out. Then we want them. 2 more osmium, 4 more osmium ingots. Do you think I should have brought all the osmium with me? Is that crazy radical? A little bit of self-care there. Osmium. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't know where we go once we go beyond that. It's possible we can push this all the way to Elite, and Elite would be the right place to push it to. But at the same time, no. 1. And beep, beep, 2. Right, so we've got 2 advanced. If we want to go to the Elite, we're going to need more of these jobbies. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. More of them. Okay, so we've got the elite energy cubes we wanted. Do they stack? They do not. Of course they don't. Why would they do that? Why in any realm of reality, well, why would those stacking make any sense at all? They just wouldn't, would it? It just wouldn't make sense. Alright, now in the crazy room. In the crazy room, this room, which is crazy, we have cobblestone, which we're gonna need. Because we're bringing this. If we sit the cube there, we sit an energy cube on the tip of that, like that. And then we bring this cable. The output on that needs to be probably, I don't fucking know, downwards or upwards. Downwards or upwards. Side specific nature. The side facing me is the front. So that's going to be an input. Input. So we're going to have the output on the bottom. Like that. Every other side is an input. What we're going to do. And then you're going to be the same. And we're going to do the same nonsense on you. These two worry me, but I think we'll be okay. Elite. What we don't want is that connecting onto that, which it won't do. Good. Nope, that one. Perfect. And that can go. These take a bit of time to break, I seem to recall. And then this one can come out like that. We just want to make sure that nothing touches anything that it's not supposed to. Because that could lead to badness. There's an awful lot of very close wires in here. We could have done this better. If we'd have planned ahead, we could have done this better. But it will work. It's a cumbersome bit of a waste of space. Not gonna lie. It is a little bit stupid. We're gonna leave that block there because that's gonna do some protection for us. That's the plan. And there's probably gonna be a chest in this gap. I don't know if there needs to be, but there probably is going to be a chest in that gap. Can I make a crafting table up here? Just to save me running up and down the stairs. Because I think I've got most of what I need up here. We need a crap ton of chests. That is not a crap ton. I am redefining crap ton for all of us. That's not bad. Still not enough. That's more wood than I can stick at. That's probably enough. That's not enough. 4, 5, 6. We need 8 of them. It's fine. We've got some more downstairs. We do got more downstairs. Because the chests are going to go here. We're never going to be able to open these chests, by the way. They're going to be sealed shut forever. That's okay. Nice. And then from those chests, we're going to use the yellow wires, which we've got. The pippies, don't you know? They're going to come out like... No, we're not doing that. That's not what we're doing. That was close, but it's not what we're doing. We're going to come out like that, and then like that. Like that. Then we're going to come out like that, and then like... A little bit messy, but it works. And then same over here. Out and down. We do need to get in there and reprogram those pipes, and that could be a problem. No, it's not going to be a problem. It's fine. Ooh, that one's awkward. Yeah, we can't reach that. Might be able to reach that. There we go. Perfect. Getting a bit tight in some of these spots because we planned differently. We planned to have the tightness against the wall so that we had the room in the middle of the room. Which we have got, but I think we've got too much room in the middle of the room. I think we have excessive room in the middle of the room. I think that's breaking my brain a little bit at the moment. But this will work. The beauty of this room is, if it doesn't look quite the way I pictured it would look, we can always just seal it up and never, ever, ever come back here again. And I think that is a strong play. Just lock the door and pretend like this room never existed. We know it's here because it's doing a job of work for us, but we don't need to actually worry about it. Right, that needs to be pulling. That needs to be pulling. That needs to be pulling. Good, 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 good. Just doing the run around Sue now. Pull. Pull. And pull. Pull. And pull. Pull. And pull. Now it's going to take a while for the chickens that are going to be powering this with their butts to get up to speed. Initially, there's going to be 8 generators, dynamos, provisioning power. But as time passes, that number will increase, and there will be more than 8 chicken butts provisioning power. That's it. The room is kind of going in the right direction. We need 2 extra hoppers, which we should have down here because we dismantled something. So there should be hopperage. 2 extra hoppers. Yeah, there they go. You can have all of these pipes because I think we've got enough pipes in there now. I think we might actually have enough cable as well. How many elites did we have left? 25, but we're making more bits to make more elites. So that's okay. So we got the roosts, we need the chickens. Coal chickens, 8 of them. Probably should, if I take that lot and take that lot. If I go in here and just do the splits like that, and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. That should make me 8 more coal chickens so that we've got the full allowance of coal chickens in the right place. Which is important to me, to make sure that we don't somehow mysteriously... I always remember, story time with Furry Ears, here we go. I always remember back in the day with the... what mod was it? Equivalent Exchange. The Equivalent Exchange mod. I always remember setting up samples boxes full of exciting shiny things that we needed to make the world work, and you could just throw it into the machine and it would make more of what you picked from the samples box, but you always needed I'm wondering if that's going to be a problem. We can always disconnect if we have to. There might be a little bit of a loop around there. Let's move that stick. Where did fucking sticks? Have a chicken. Do your job. And I will get rid of that. Yep, that's what I'll do. And I'll just go and check that this one hasn't done the same, which it probably has. It has. Good. So we got 2 dynamos now running power into that one. Excellent. I'll leave those stairs there for now. Might be able to do more from here because they're quite close. So if we go, redstone can move. It's inventory management again. Love this game. That might be too much of a leap, but we can always put a block there. That's fine. Damn it. There he is. Do better. There he is. Do better. That'll work. That will work. Alright, we want the hopper, and that links up. Then we want the roost, and the roost wants chicken. Nice, and that's that one fired up. Get rid of that. Then we can just hop over here, do the same. This room is going to be very poppy because of all the chicken butts. It's nice. That level of popping means they're good tight butts. The chicken butts am tight. You know what I mean? Probably not something that really needs to be mentioned, but it's a thing. That, and one of them. And then we'll use that to just get rid of that, like so. Can we actually... If I drop... No, we can't. Realistically, no, is the answer to that. So what we could do is a little bit of that, and then we can use this set of stairs to get up there. Fuck. I'm gonna do it. I am gonna do it. I am gonna do it. I'm determined. God damn it, I'm determined. I need to stop doing that bit. Oh, fuck. There we go. Good. Success. We got here. Be a pain in the neck to find out you didn't actually need to get here, wouldn't it? But we do. We know we do. We've done it 3-4 times already, so we know we need to be in here. Then we'll do that and that. And maybe that. And that gets us over here. It's a terrible, terrible thing I'm building here. I am aware that this is a terrible, terrible thing I'm building here. But it's going to make a lot of power. Alrighty, does that get me over here? Kinda does. It's a bit dark in this corner, isn't it? You know, a bit dark in this corner. Slap a torch. Slap a torch. So we need the hopper, we need that, and we need chicken, which we've got there. You can hear all the chicken butts popping. Sexy, isn't it? Right, that should be one on all of them, at least. Let's go back to the start, where we're rocking 2 on this one, 3 on this one. Jeez, the chickens are doing it, baby. That's gaining power at a pretty strong rate. That's gaining power at a less strong rate, but then it's not been going as long. I think that's a win. I think that's a win. We're going to knock a hole in the floor, because we can, and we're going to put that in the hole in the floor. So it's not in the middle of the room. So we can just walk around with impunity until we drop wires down and send them somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where, but somewhere. But that's our basically our starting power. The fact that 3 of these are running means that these are all backlogged. Now that 4 of these are running. It's successfully filled 4 generators with his 1 chicken butt up there. That boy's gonna be baggy. That boy's gonna be so baggy by the time he's done all this. Painful for him. Good for us. Absolutely good for us. So our elite cells are filling. I think this room will be forever poppy. I don't think there's much we can do about that, but it works. It does the job. It's interesting, it's colourful, and it's mixing mods, which is always one of my favourite things to do. Multiple mods. Ideally, I'd prefer to just use thermal series, but no, it's not an option here. So, we're getting there. I think the amount of power we're producing here will sustain us for a long time. We may need to go... Have we got reactors in this? Have we got big reactors in this? No, we've got power. But mechanisms, generators. No, it doesn't look like we have big reactors. So, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do for insane power. We can go insane power with this. This is a stack of generators. This is not small. This is a stack of generators. and that's about to go on to the 5th. It is kind of slowing down, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure one chicken will be able to do that. Might not. Yeah, when you look at the speed it takes for the coal to actually go through, and then compare it to the speed that this boy's just pooping it out. Yeah. Massive difference. So this should all work. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll monitor and moderate. Because that's going up nicely. More and more is coming on all the time. Eventually it will all backlog. So now we can start investing in machines. And that's where we wanted to be. We wanted to be investing in machines. To do basic preparation work. Some pulverizers, some igneous nonsense and stuff and bits and bobs. And just stuff, machines. Get it going. Get it going. Get a machine room. Link to this, automating fully all of this. And then we win. Just simple as that. We just win. The first thing we need to do is process out all our metals, because I'm getting sick and tired of putting gold in the machine. But I think from Furryearsworld now, I'm going to go lie down for a bit, and we're going to go with the cheery old ta-ta.